Lucifer planned to go and dethrone God. He executed the plan in the book of Revelation 12. But he was dethroned. Now, when he was dethroned, he fell back to the earth. No more place for him. Because of the anger and the wrath, he started destroying the earth. The first earth that God created. He started destroying the earth. In the book of Genesis 2, the Bible said that Genesis 1, verse 1 and 2. He said God created the heaven and the earth, and the earth was without form. What happened to the earth? Did that thing happen to the heavens? No. He only destroyed the first earth. Then in the book of Genesis, God now came. The Bible said that, and the Spirit of the Lord moved upon the surface. Because the Bible said that darkness are deep, fill the surface of the earth. That means the light that God created, everything God created, Lucifer destroyed. Then God said that my rebellious son I've destroyed somewhere. Like a man who have a tortoise as a son. When fight is going on, the other group came to the man compound or one of the house and destroyed the house. After everything, the man will go there and check. Look at how they destroyed the house. That was what God did. In the book of Genesis 1, I say, and the Spirit of the Lord moved. Let me go and see what Lucifer have done. And he began to see. And when he saw, the earth was shapeless, deformed, and so much interested in this earth. Do you know what he said? Let there be what? Immediately he made the declaration. The light that he created before that Lucifer sent out, the light came. It's a commandment. When he commands, they will come back to where Lucifer ascended to, where Lucifer have destroyed them. Then if you look at Genesis, you look at Genesis 2. Genesis 1, Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 to 27. When God was done creating the earth, he now said, let us make man in our image. Why? To take the place of Lucifer. What did he say? Genesis, yes, open it. Genesis 1.
Genesis 1, 26 to 27.
Yes.
And it says,
yes.
Then God said,
And God said,
let us make man
let us make man
in our own image,
according to our likeness.
according to our likeness.
Let them have dominion.
Let them have dominion
Over the fish of the sea. That's the reason why God created what? Man. Yes? Over the what? The best of the what?
of the earth,
Uh-huh.
and over the cattle,
The cattle.
over all the earth,
Over all the herbs.
and over every creeping thing
And over every creeping thing
that creeps on the earth.
that creeps on the earth. God created you and I to have dominion. If you are not having dominion in your career, if you are not having dominion in your marriage, if you are not having dominion in your ministry, you need to sit down and begin to think of your life, the area that you are missing it. Satan brought the first earth into debacle. Why did God create a man? To have dominion, to rule, and to reign over God's creation. To have dominion, to rule, and to reign over God's creation. It was after the first man failed to Satan duplicity that God has to think of another alternative of redemption. The first man failed. Adam failed to Satan duplicity. In the book of Genesis 3, verse 4 to 6, he said that God said he deceived them. They ate. They lose their authority. But God was so much interested. He loved the earth and he gave his only son to redeem man back to him so that they can be having the sweet fellowship. But do you know the sweetest part this time? In the book of Genesis, you will see that after man had failed, Genesis 3, God came. The Bible said that God came at the cool of the day and he asked Adam, where are thou? But when this begotten son, Jesus, came, died, resurrected, he released a wonderful gift to us, the Holy Spirit, who is God. That means anywhere you are with God. God is in you, you are in God. So we said that I'm going to mountain to look for God. How can you go to mountain to look for a God that is inside you? Eh? The gift of the Holy Spirit. That's the reason why the Bible says that the same God of the mountain is the what? God of the valley. This life, you don't have to idolize anything. Am I communicating? Don't idolize anything. The gift of God is the gift of redemption that brought man back to God. And that's the reason why you and I, some men, they can just come in the altar and begin to lie. Nothing will happen to them. It wasn't so from the beginning. A man in the book of Acts of the Apostle, not Acts of the Apostle 4. The man and the wife, they sold a piece of land. They brought half of the money to God. And their money, they died because of that. Fear. I was discussing with Mama yesterday. Some words were just coming. And I said, if you want to understand God, look at creation. Yeah? Look at creation. If God says that the river you are seeing now, this Egypt West River, should cross boundary before 1 hour, many people will die. Now think about it. What is stopping that river from overflowing into the streets? What? Because God set a boundary. Have you been to the sea before, or the beach? You will see the storm of the sea. Waving, raging. No matter how furious the storm of the sea, there's a particular spot the water will get to, it will run back. God set the boundary. All those things that I'm saying, they are gifts of the Lord. They are gifts of the Lord. The greatest gift Jesus had was the gift of temperance.